I'm sure you guys heard, I was down in Charleston, South Carolina a few weeks ago to participate in the Black Googlers Network weekend event. In response to the Charleston church terrorist attack, YouTube hosted an event called Amplifying Black Voices, featuring a panel discussion of Black creators and activists who discuss using YouTube and their social media to amplify their voices online. YouTube content creators like us at TYT, J.Snow, Quinta B of BuzzFeed, Julesy, Cat Black, Heartbeat, and activist DeRay McKesson packed the auditorium at the College of Charleston for this empowering discussion.
YouTube is phenomenal at making sure that people of all colors, all backgrounds, all sexualities have a platform to get their voices heard, unfiltered and uncensored. So we're really excited to be able to bring events like this to different communities, especially here in Charleston.
I'm Jayar Jackson. I'm the senior producer for the Young Turks. We're partners with YouTube. We kind of got started in 2005 when YouTube got started in 2005. Because that's the first thing I think everyone would want to say. What's the motivation behind someone doing something like this, even before we get to the gun control problem, or then say the political affiliations and all that stuff, so we can say what drove him to believe these things? And we've now grown, over 2.2 million subscribers and over 2 billion views. And we've created a network, basically a television network online.
Do I trust the cops down there to tell them, oh, no, it's okay. She just magically hung herself in between breakfast and when she was about to get out of prison. She just did it. Don't worry about it. Look the other way. Fuck no. Don't look the other way.
Hi, everybody. My name is DeRay. I'm a protester. I originally started around Mike Brown's death in August of last year in Ferguson and have been to many cities across the country, including Charleston. Yeah, I think that we can actually build structures and systems that get to the end of police violence. We just launched something called Campaign Zero. That is a 10-point, sort of a 10-bucket plan to get to the end of police violence. We know that there won't just be one solution to get us to the end. There will be many things working in concert. There's also something about the idea of safety that has to change, right? That we know that the safety of communities is predicated on more than the presence of police. That safety is about strong schools. It's about jobs, workforce development. It is not merely this issue of police. We've been telling the truth about police violence our entire lives. The only thing that's different now is that the truth is becoming mainstream because of social media. So we've been pushing, a year ago, the protesters, we were trying to expose police violence and convince people it was closer to them. And now I think that we're at a point where we are trying to be really concrete about how to end it. So I'm proud and humbled to be a protester.
Hi guys, I'm Julesy. I have a YouTube channel called Julesy. I have a movement called Smart Brown Girl where I advocate celebrating the diversity of women of color and empowering Black women specifically to define their own success story without being boxed into predefined societal norms.
I am beyond the point of allowing people to feel comfortable about ignoring Black Lives Matter. I'm 120% beyond the point of allowing anybody to comfortably spew victim-shaming respectability politics in any discussion, especially around Sandra Bland. I don't have time for it. It is disheartening to see other Black women to tell their own sisters that they need to bow down and keep themselves meek and squash their intelligence in order to sustain themselves or in order to keep their lives, rather than discussing changing the behavior of the oppressor.
A large part of the world doesn't really believe that we have our own culture or our own identity, and we've been stripped of our own narrative to kind of distinguish ourselves ethnically amongst ourselves.
My name is Kat, and I started my YouTube channel when I was a teenager. I basically started when YouTube started.
Stand up to and break down everyday oppression. Transgender representation in the media has had a sticky history for quite some time. But in recent years, actresses like Jamie Clayton and Laverne Cox are taking the world by storm by being trans actors who play trans characters. While this is of course progress, when Caitlyn Jenner revealed that she was trans, it became apparent to me and to many trans people that we still have a really long way to go.
With the death of Mike Brown, I was really shocked by how many people in my life were undercover racists. And so that kind of really woke me up and shook me up and realized that I have a platform, I need to talk about certain things, and that's kind of where my channel is today. I basically structure my channel around things I'm tired of repeating over and over again. So I can just link people to a video of me telling them about why all lives matters is a bunch of crap, why transphobia is terrible, why racism is bad, why hypersexualization of Black women hurts Black women.
My name is Hart, and you can find me at youtube.com/heartbeat. And I can't even describe my content because you're just gonna find a bunch of what the AT double hockey sticks is going on.
You know, my name is Heartbeat for a reason.
I use those things that society loves to, I don't know, like hound me for as fuel to create content, to turn it into comedy.
My YouTube channel is J.Snow Pro. I started YouTube about 3 years ago. I do sketch comedy.
Yes, this is a home invasion. Shut up! Tell her to shut up! Be quiet, be quiet. Look. Me and my girl were just leaving to go get food. Take whatever you want. We'll act like we never saw you, I promise. Oh, yeah? What y'all gonna eat first? Tell him, babe.
What? I don't know.
Tell him she wanna eat so we can go. I feel like you lied to me, man.
I like to get out information and joy and laughter through comedy in any way I can, through satire or just blatant out, like pointing something.
Hi guys, I'm Quinta Brunson. I currently work for BuzzFeed Motion Pictures. I'm a producer for BuzzFeed, so I write, edit, direct, shoot, and upload my own content.
Hey Quinta, can I ask you a question? Yeah, what's up? How do I know if my house is a trap house? Who is Fleek? How much should I be paying for a flex zone? What is a POP holding it down, and is it contagious?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes! All right, I got Shoni. Woo!
They know I suck at basketball, right?
If you could time travel to any decade, what would it be?
1950. Ooh, 1920.
1890.
The future. Limited options for me in the past.
All right, well, I'm going to head this way.
Cool, man. I'll see you. Peace out, fam. It feels a little forced.
Goodbye would have just been fine.
I'm trying to get us to the point of a little Asian girl or a little white girl or a little black girl saying that's me on the screen, although I am a woman of color. So that's how I'm aiming to change and contribute to the diversity growth in America right now.
Why my narrative might be a little bit more humorous, I think for a lot of individual content creators on YouTube, it starts because we see somebody else doing it, we see somebody else getting what we want, and then we think, oh, I not only do I want that, but I can do that and I can do that better.
So when I started, I'm like, I wonder if there are any caramel-skinned, black, stud lesbians who also do music, maybe a little bit funny on the internet. There's none? Once I realized that me being so different can possibly help this, my community, is when I just didn't want to stop.
I learned everything about editing, directing, and writing from YouTube. You can use YouTube to learn how to be successful on YouTube. It's so weird.
Go there. It's free. It's taking over the world. It is taking over the world. TV is bleeding right now, and they're trying to figure out how to do what YouTube is doing.
The hard part, and maybe this is where it crosses up with things that DeRay does, is society has to believe us. And they didn't believe us until there's some cameras and videos that always were hidden before. So people said, is there an influx in police violence? Hell no, ain't no influx in police violence. There's an influx in you finding out about it. And you're finding out because of all the people like us that are putting it up there, which is why when you see many videos, someone has their camera phone up. And by the way, record horizontally. Every time you're filming the police officer or somebody doing something wrong, the first thing they want you is to put that damn camera down. Put the camera down. Why is that such a deal? Because now the reality of what we've already all experienced and we know is becoming a reality to the rest of the world. And now they have to do something about it instead of just us.
A lot of people aren't really talking about the police brutality thing that's going on. A lot of people are turning eyes to it and they're not really making these conversations happen, and these conversations are important because it informs a lot of people who are misinformed. And so you have to get them talking about it. And so a way I wanted to do that was to make a video that would make people talk about it.
The last black man on earth.
Hands up! Hands behind your back! Stop resisting arrest! Shots fired, suspect resisting arrest. Proceeding resting.
The craziest thing about that video is from concept to writing to editing to shooting to posting, another black man was killed by a cop, unarmed man. So stuff like that is kind of difficult to do. And a lot of people steer away from that because they don't want to lose their audience. But me, I like to hit topics like that right in the face.
And even when it comes to police brutality, it's not even just white police doing the brutality. It's police. And so it's about talking to Americans and making them understand how ingrained racism is in our culture. And so there's different ways to do that. Part of that is protesting. Part of that is being involved in your community. Part of that is also giving a voice to people that don't know how to speak. A lot of people have thoughts and don't know how to communicate them.
A lot of people have used my videos as ways to either further conversations or shut conversations completely down. I look at what I do as a tool in activism. It's a part of it.
There's a rapport and a communication you have with the audience, and it's not possible unless you're in this kind of forum. That's probably the most satisfying part of the whole process, is being able to actually talk to the audience. It doesn't matter how large it is or how small it is, you really get to feel who you're talking to.
Because it's not your own peers that you want to hear. To hear it. It's the people that sit on the opposite side of the fence, that come from a completely different background, who just look at you like you're talking another language, that you want to receive your message.
Just from a news and media company standpoint, when D-Ray tweets something, CNN picks it up. So these tweets and people on the ground, it's now a chain. So he's on the ground, he tweets. BuzzFeed picks it up, CNN picks it up, Good Morning America picks it up. So, he's helping change the face of media, and all the people who are on the ground and also being social are helping change. CNN has to come to BuzzFeed for news now, and we get our news from him. So
as soon as you say the thing that everyone's thinking, they'll go, that's right. I've been thinking that, but I just haven't said it yet. So as long as someone tells the truth and enough of us do it, you'll have a huge support group behind you that you didn't know you had, because the naysayers are the loudest. It's easy to lie. The hard part is telling the truth. So as long as you tell the truth, tons of other people will be willing to support you, and then it'll get easier from there. Because we mentioned the Fox Newses and the CNNs and the MSNBCs that just don't want to hear it that way because it's a little too raw. We have the ability to do it and put it out there, and then he has the popularity, and then people like him have the platform to be heard, and then maybe things can change. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect from the experience when I arrived and the room slowly filled, but the free-flowing conversation gave us the chance to share our paths to success online. Then, with foot-on-the-ground activists like DeRay McKesson there, we found out how the intersection of YouTube videos and calls for change can exist. I think that even though many people see YouTubers as entertainers that capture huge audiences, many of us left with an idea of how it can be used to help change our world.